scoundrel's got himself a spy, does he?
I'm in the right tomb, but it seems like it's the right place for the wrong time. Hello. This is why I usually work solo. I don't usually forward roll past the person I'm trying to investigate. Let's have a quick word. And here we go! Hello there, thanks for joining me. I am AVStoryteller and this is my Let's Play Skyrim, where I am currently focused on the Dragonborn DLC. Thanks for joining me again. Right, you rejoin Raimyr inside the retching Netch in Ravenrock after a very successful last few quests. We have completed a number of quests recently, but Raimyr has in front of him not a ale but a very strong coffee, or whatever passes for coffee in Skyrim, because sleep has finally caught up with him. So one of the first things we need to do before we do anything else is complete the cleansing of the stones, where I'm hoping, I don't know, but I'm hoping once I've cleansed the stones I might be able to actually get a good night's sleep, with or without being tied down to a bed. So the last stone is the water stone, which is there. And we're in Ravenrock here, and we managed to clear the Ravenrock mine, and we're being given a lot of compliments from the population of Ravenrock. I've done a little crafting and a little alchemy since you've last met Raimyr. I popped outside for an hour or two to see if I can improve any armor, and also to create a few healing potions, a few poisons, and make a few changes and make a few adjustments which I felt needed to be done. I actually made this rather nasty looking poison, which I'm quite proud of. Unfortunately, you can't rename your poison, so it's calling itself a potion of slow, which is what it does. Target moves at 50% speed for 42 seconds, but it also makes them weaker to poison, and also causes them a huge amount of poison damage, 32 points of poison damage for 5 seconds. So that's huge, plus the fact that they're going to be weaker to it. So I'm very pleased with that. I also made some healing potions and some stamina potions for everyone involved, and I made sure that Sophia and Indigo have been stocked up on arrows and potions where necessary. Now, one of the things I did notice, actually, while I was outside at the smithy and at the alchemy table, and I sold a hell of a lot of junk. Because Boney was complaining about how much he had to sort out. So I've gone up to 24,600, and although Sophia doesn't look like she's actually changed armor, I've actually given her the Death Brand Cuirass, and so instead of the heavy Stalrim armor cuirass, it's now the light version, because I feel that Sophia, being a sneaky, stealthy type, needs light armor. So she's now wearing light Stalrim boots, gloves, and the Death Brand cuirass. I tried giving her the hat. I don't think that hat looks good on any of my party. It makes her, if it was red, it would make her look like a giant fire ant. Not a good look. I'm not 100% sure what I've got Sophia dressed up in. I'm looking for something a lot stealthier for her, to reflect her kind of thievy, stealthy nature. But another thing I noticed while I was out was that Indigo either is coming down with a cold, or he's smelling danger a lot, because he's been sniffing the air a lot recently. And it's been a long time since we've had a sat down in an inn somewhere safe to have a chat, so I'm just going to have a quick chat with him, see if it's something to do with his quest or his dialogue.
Like this may seem friendly, but a fistfight is never far away.
Oh, and unfortunately, because I left, I really wanted to speak on camera to Captain Velith, and also there was a female Dunmer that he was speaking with that sounded like she had a very interesting quest, but she's left the inn, unfortunately.
Life is hard,
but if I see her
and often
outside,
short.
I will have a word with her.
If you ever get the chance to relax, take it.
I certainly will. Anyway, Indigo, are you okay? You've been sniffing a lot recently.
What is on your mind?
Let's see. Oh, that's a new one. Do you ever wish your fur was less unusual colour? Might come across rude, but it could be just a simple asking it out of interest. How are you doing? Yeah, I think. How are you doing, Indigo? Are you coming down with something?
I am okay. How is everything with you?
I'm dog tired is the third option that I want. Absolutely exhausted. It's just adrenaline and whatever passes for coffee that is keeping me awake at the moment. I'm not doing so well.
I am sorry to hear that. Do you want to talk about it?
Okay. Worried about the task ahead. I want to say I'm so exhausted I'm barely keeping my eyes open. So I'm not unhappy. I suppose that's the closest thing. I'm worried about the tasks ahead.
I do not know what the future holds, but I believe in your ability. If anyone can succeed, it is you.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, let's have this conversation. It's a very real possibility. What if I fail?
Ifs, buts, and maybes, my friend. They often kill success before it has had a chance. Fail or win, none of your doubts will matter in the long run. All you can do is try. As long as you do that, there is hope.
Absolutely. I definitely do want to try more. I don't know if I'm strong enough. There's something else on my mind I want to talk about. Okay, I'll save that conversation for a later date. Not really fitting at the moment. Thanks, Indigo. Let's change the subject.
Of course. Remember, I am always here if you want to talk.
Still trying to find out if he's... This is a new dialogue, so let's ask this. Do you ever wish your fur was a less unusual colour?
I used to. Not so much now. When I was a child, it became clear that my unusual appearance would make my life a little harder. But these days, it usually does not bother me. We are all odd in one way or another. I say embrace it.
Absolutely. When I was a young Dunmer, I was rather jealous of the high elf golden skin, and I think for one summer I would have given anything to have their nice skin colour. But you know what? I wouldn't change my Dunmer dark skin for anything now. I'd hardly noticed this, Indigo.
Well, that says a lot more about you and our friendship than it does about the color of my fur. Those who I am close to only tend to see me. Fergus had trouble understanding why others viewed me as an oddity. He used to say, "Your coloring is not fatal. It does not affect who you are. Give it no thought." An understandable but naive opinion.
Go on, I'm listening.
As I am sure you know, how someone appears can largely determine how they are treated by other people. A physically beautiful person usually lives in a world with a great many courtesies and smiles. On the other hand,
Sounds like
a
young
seemingly
Zola.
unusual individual often exists in a realm of awkward glances, disdain, and sometimes open hostility. I gain nothing from ignoring this fact. Whenever I notice a negative reaction, I try to bear my uniqueness in mind. Ignorance is regrettable, but it is not a crime. Anyway, I am at peace with my appearance now. I have grown into it. I no longer dwell on what makes me different, but I am aware that I am.
If you can change your colour right now, what would you... Now, would you... I'm not exactly normal myself, Indigo. I think Raimyr is actually pretty typical for a Dunmer. The white hair is a bit does stand out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not exactly normal myself, Inigo.
I am glad it is so. I like you just the way you are. I suppose we are all strange to someone, my friend. Unfortunately, certain people will always distrust what they do not understand. My coloring does not define who I am to me. That is what is important, I think.
You need brackets said as a joke. Oh, good talking, Inigo. Let's change this up. Yeah, you want to beat my friend. Leave it there. Last time I tried to say something which I thought was coming across as a joke was when we were having that very serious conversation at the Sleeping Giant, and that didn't come off very well. Let's try it. Second time's a charm? Or is it the third? We'll find out. I'll agree, you blue abomination. Let's talk of other things.
Okay, dragon lover. Whatever you say. What do you wish to discuss?
We'll try one more. How do you think I'm doing? Mind if I do something? Okay, I'll ask him one. Oh, should I ask him to follow me first? Will that make a difference? Probably.
Sorry, legs. Break's over. I am here for you.
Right, yeah, see, the dialogue did disappear. Okay, so I'm going to...
Can I sit too?
You certainly can.
It looks a little strange, me just standing here.
Please.
It will be done.
Wait.
It is nice to be off.
Come out of command mode. Okay, lesson learned.
What is on your mind?
Alright, how are you doing?
All things considered, I am doing well. How is everything with you?
This is the quietest inn I have ever been in. Okay, I'm good, thank you.
Glad to hear it.
Right.
Let us talk of other things.
Doesn't seem to want to talk about him sniffing a lot. Ooh, is there a let's chat?
Yes, why not?
Do you feel dead? What do you think of this? What was your blood like? Okay, that's enough chit chat.
Fair enough.
Let's have a quick word with Sophia. Obviously, I don't want to spend too long down here because I need to get some sleep. Because that tiredness is just going to get more and more debilitating. Sophia?
Yes, I'm listening.
Let's see. Can I talk to you a bit? I would like you to remain here when I don't need you. It's not actually the worst place, and probably asking Sophia, would you mind waiting in a tavern when we're not fighting Draugr? But she would jump at the chance. Let's just ask her this. I would like you to remain here when I don't need you.
Oh, you'll certainly find me in the tavern, all right.
I've got a character down pat. Can I talk to you for a bit?
Of course.
How are you feeling?
I have an itch in a really inappropriate place. I would scratch it, but I'm sure you don't want to see me itching my... never mind.
Okay, mind boggled. Can I talk to you for a bit more?
You can ask me anything.
Excellent. Yeah, let's ask some more of these serious questions. Have you ever thought you were perhaps a little bit mean? I'm expecting a scathing response.
Are you trying to say that I'm evil? Or that I should try being a bit nicer to people?
I think perhaps you could be a little nicer, not upset others.
Where's the fun in that? I won't change for anyone. You can like it or lump it. Just be glad you aren't one of my victims. Let's just try and keep it that way, or you could just leave. Actually, no, don't do that.
No, she's definitely not evil. She's just mischievous. Can I talk to you a bit more?
Of course.
We'll do it one more time, I'm thinking. Yeah, you seem like a funny person.
You mean like weird? Huh. I thought you were different from all those other people who make fun of me. Because I don't try and conform to people's ridiculous ideals.
Didn't mean funny, weird, meant funny, haha. No, I mean you have a great sense of humor. Oh, I think it's such a bad thing. Yeah, to break it to you, that's not such a bad thing. It makes... Oh dear, no, I've talked myself into a corner here. That's not such a bad thing, actually. It makes you different.
You think so? Everyone in Skyrim is like an exact replica of each other. Always bragging about themselves, saying how beautiful or tough they are. I would never do that.
You said you were beautiful and
Yes,
tough when I first met you.
I know what you're thinking, but in my case it is actually true. Some people really do kid themselves.
I see. Ooh. Show relationship stats. Do we really want to do this? Do I really need a number? I don't think I do.
I'm glad that's sorted.
Okay. Time to make a move.
Was there something you wanted?
Are you following me? I think you are.
Time to move, I guess.
On my way. I have pins and needles.
You sat on your tail, were you? Oh, and I recently changed around a few of my shortcut keys, so I can now do that. And I've changed over the mage light and the candle light to these shortcut keys. So I might get a few finger fuggles as I get used to it. I mean, I've been using the other control config for so long, but just so you know, let's get the hood on. Daylight of a sort. What time is it? 11:37 AM. Yeah, this shortcut facility of grouping up item is very useful, and when I started recording back in January, actually at the very end of December, I tried to have different groups of armor in different slots, but what I unfortunately discovered, I can't do that, because when I move items to my bag of holding, or what I like to call the backpack, to differentiate it from the inventory. So this is the inventory, this is what I'm referring to when I'm talking about the inventory, and this is the bag of holding, which I refer to as the backpack, which is what Boney keeps sorting all the other stuff into. Yeah, when I move armor and equipment, weapons into the backpack, it loses its connection with this group down here. So unfortunately, that's why I can't have all my different suits of armor and weapons set out in those groups, because carrying more than one set of armor, well, I'm just taking an experimental swing at the air there, Raimyr. When I put the armor into that backpack, it loses connection, and it's too heavy to keep into my inventory all the time. I'm carrying too much stuff as it is. Oh, and that reminds me, when I was out here, I had an Empire pendant upon me, so I can return that to Mr. Law over there. Was it you who was speaking to Captain Velis down in the retching net?
The mines are open and the shop is busy again. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Sorry, I didn't mean to run into you there. I kind of tripped. I guess it was not. And it wasn't yourself. You're the wife partner of Cressius. Okay, let's hand over this Empire medallion.
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I guess I might stay a bit longer after all.
Excellent. Are you still buying the East Empire pendants?
I am. Here you go.
So 500 a pop. Thank you very much. Easy money. How are things now that the mines are open again, actually?
Things are picking up for now. All I'm wondering is how long it'll take for House Redorin to begin ignoring us again if the mine runs out of ore for a second time.
Yeah, it's a very real
Need any
concern.
supplies? You know where to find me.
You're sniffing again. Are you okay?
What is on your mind? Let us go.
Nothing. And so, who was it? I'm just checking. It wasn't you, was it?
I don't know what you did in those mines, but it put a smile on Cretius's face. I've never seen him so happy.
Okay, you're welcome.
Be careful out there.
Maybe it was her and she just didn't have the option while she's outside the wretched niche. Captain Velith.
I'm sorry. I've already said too much. Talk to Second Councillor Arano if you're willing to help us.
Yes, that's the mission he gave us called Serve Coal while we were just down in the wretched neck. Captain Velith told me that Admiral Arano, Second Councillor of Ravenrock, wanted to speak to me immediately and I should find him and discover the reason for his urgent message. So we'll do that, and then I'm thinking we're going to head off to the water stone. Hello! Oh.
Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks by.
Wow, I'm getting all the compliments. Not her, I guess, then. So in we go. Speak to the Second Councillor.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for the Second Councillor. Is your husband about?
You've brought Ravenrock back from the brink, traveller. I don't know how to thank you.
I could... No. Never mind.
Good journey, traveller.
Never mind. Oh,
Have a
yeah,
word
I'm
with
going to
the
do that a
council.
lot, aren't I, now that I've changed my keys over.
Sindiri. What troubles you?
I was concerned about our...
Yes, my
Sorry.
friend.
It's so difficult to get out of a door nowadays. Okay, he must be on the prowl somewhere. Let's find him. There he is. So, yep. He's right over there. Currently peckish, slightly thirsty, tired. Right, well I can take care of that peckishness. Have I got some bread? Oh, a bit of bread and butter. Oh, the butter just did enough it seems, and some water. Thirst has been quenched. Admiral.
Thank you for coming. After everything you've already done for Ravenrock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Councillor Morvayn being killed.
Someone want to assassinate him? Is he in danger? How?
The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head.
Why would the Ulans want him dead?
It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvayn himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions.
Huh. You sound paranoid.
As second councillor, it's my responsibility to explore the possibility of any threat, no matter how paranoid it might seem. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead, and I don't want it to come to that.
Yes, House Hualu obviously featured majorly in Morrowind, and there was also an alchemist in Oblivion who was from House Hualu. You feel an attack on the council is imminent?
I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Ravenrock.
Yeah, why haven't you actually increased his bodyguards or had some detective hired? Why haven't you acted on the information?
Ravenrock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret.
That makes sense.
If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing.
Okay. How can I help?
I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me.
Where do I begin?
I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Raven Rock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. Can't afford to make any mistakes.
Let me... 2 seconds. Sorry there, I had something stuck in my throat. I had to get a drink.
Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
No problem.
If there's
Actually, I have a
anything
few
at
more
all I can do
questions.
to help, please let me know.
Yeah, what can you tell me about House Halalu?
Traitors. The lot of them.
Really?
Their collaboration with the Empire may have given them unrivaled political and economic strength, but their hearts weren't with the Dunmer people.
Actually, from my experience with the Halalu, they were the less xenophobic out of all the great houses in Morrowind. They were quite happy just to get along with the other races. So, yeah, I suppose you could say it was like... I suppose you could argue it from his point of view. On the other hand, they were quite happy just to get along. I presume that was their downfall.
Hlaalu deserved every bit of hatred they received once the Empire released its grasp on Morrowind. Having past ties to the Empire immediately turned them into the scapegoat for the Dunmer people's suffering.
Right. That doesn't sound like particularly fair. And what happened to House Halalu as a result?
They had welcomed the Empire with open arms and benefited from it. When everything was said and done, they were no longer recognized as a great house and were dismissed from the council.
Okay. Yeah, there was also in Oblivion, there was an alchemist in Skingrad called Fanalu. Who had a very interesting backstory. That was a very long time ago. Anyway, you mentioned your sources.
I maintain a few contacts in other Dunmer settlements across Tamriel. Most hail from House Redoran, but there are a few from other houses.
Okay, and why don't you ask them to investigate?
Most of my contacts live leagues away from Solstheim. Sending the occasional message back and forth is all we can manage, and sometimes takes months or more to arrive. However, any information we can glean in times like this I consider vital to House Redoran's survival.
Okay. That's a bit catch all. You can't speak for every single Dunmer, but let's ask the question, why do the Dunmer hate the Empire?
During the Oblivion Crisis, gates to the Plain of Oblivion opened all over Morrowind. The Empire pulled most of its forces out of Morrowind to deal with the gates in their own homeland, leaving us virtually defenseless. We had no standing army at the time, just uncoordinated pockets of resistance.
And how did the Dunmer survive this at all?
House Redoran took charge and was slowly able to build an army. It took years, but it became a force to be reckoned with. When the Argonians invaded years later, House Redoran's army was able to prevent them from sweeping across all of Morrowind. It would be fair to say that House Redoran literally saved the Dunmer people from destruction.
I might have some arguments against that, but okay. How are the things now that the mines are open?
You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open. All I see is a new security problem on our hands. Making sure those shipments of ebony make it safely from the mine to the shipping docks is my new order of the day. And with Solstheim crawling with reavers and Azura knows what else, I can't risk any attacks on Raven Rock.
And Azura knows what else, indeed.
Don't worry. You can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
Good old ask the barkeeper for information to start the quest. It's a tried and proven method. Okay. Hello, have we met?
I work for Myrisi'l. You got a problem, you talk to him.
I take it that was Myrisi'l.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Ah, you must be Myrisi'l.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
An aggressive orc. That's unusual. We need a bit of light. Geldis.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer that will ever grace your lips.
Adril Arano said you might be able to help me.
Well, well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he? Azura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now.
You think he's mistaken?
No. I just think he's going about this the wrong way.
I'm all ears.
Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you.
And how do I get them to do that?
There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for.
Why haven't you told Adril about this?
What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redarin Guard made a move, the Ulins must have been one step ahead and didn't show up.
Thanks for the tip.
You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up.
I can't wait too long. Yeah, I want to know more about this execution. Why did Councillor Morve execute Ulin?
Back in 95, Vila Ulin came to Raven Rock with a plan to take over our town. The Fetcher thought he could stir up the locals and use them against the Redarin Guard, and then murder Councillor Morvain when we weren't looking.
Okay, so pretty black and white dark stuff. Villa did this alone?
He arrived alone, but spread enough coin around to start changing people's minds. Half the bloody town joined his side. Can you believe that?
Times must have been very tough and easily bought loyalties. And how did Villa get caught?
He underestimated the Redarin Guard. They were organized and brought a swift end to the coup. Vila tried to run, but he was caught by Captain Veleth himself.
I might need to have a word with
Vila
Captain.
Ulin was executed a short time later, and his remains placed in the Ulin ancestral tomb.
So you've got a decent burial then. Okay, let's ask this. Why do Dunmer leave ashyams in their tombs?
When a Dunmer is laid to rest, the body is burned and returned to the ashen soil. Since the ashyam is born of the very same soil, it represents rebirth and renewal, the fact that life ends and begins anew.
Okay, let's have some water. Thank you very much. And one more.
Safe travels, Outlander.
Right. So, let's go to the ancestral tomb, I'm thinking. See if we can get a quick response to this. Raimyr is completely in his element, doing some spy work. Although he prefers to do it with 8 hours sleep underneath his belt, to be perfectly honest. So he's no stranger to long sleepless nights. It's a bit busier than usual, isn't it? Let me just quickly check the map out. Nothing showing there. Gladys Sadris has pointed out that someone is leaving Asham offerings in the Ulan ancestral tomb, even though no Ulans live on Solstheim. He suggested that I stake out the tomb at night, okay, and discover the identity of the mysterious visitor. Hopefully this person is either the assassin himself or can lead me to the assassin, threatening Councillor Morvain's life. Okay, so I might have until nightfall, and it's just gone noon at the moment. So I'll have a quick word with these new faces, see if anything comes up.
We're here to teach you a lesson.
Oh, you are, you?
You never should have come here.
Oops. I think my reputation precedes me. Oh, sorry, Indigo. That didn't hurt you, did it? No, because I've got that new companion in sight. Ha ha! Fantastic.
Death does not diminish.
You tell them that. Okay, let's see if we've got any useful note of who hired them. Who hired you? Who sent you? I'm liking the armour. Glacial crystal armour. It's got no armour value, but that would be because of Skyrim, unfortunately. It's not recognising.
Death does not diminish.
Not recognising the material that possibly... contract. Excellent. It's a shame it's got no armour value. That looks really nice. I like that as well. Ebony Mage unarmoured boots. Huh. I like the look of that. Right.
God forgive me for what I have done. Give me the strength to repay my debts in this life.
You were offering a little quiet prayer there, Inigo. I'll leave you to it. Right, let's read this contract. Here is the agreed upon amount. I expect you to be faithfully carry out my request to teach a lesson to the thief Raimyr. You need not kill him, but I have no qualms about it if you deem it necessary. Elder of the law.
You honor the reclamations with your actions. This will not be forgotten.
Was expecting a few more dialogue options there, actually. I am reading that right, aren't I? Okay, Games Master, I show him the note and ask him to explain himself. Oh, he has nothing to say, it seems.
Downfall of the false tribunal.
Unless you are planning an unprovoked attack, perhaps we should put the killing tools away.
You're right, but you're also very right. An unprovoked attack might be the way forward here. Seriously? I wonder if I can... I know my pickpocketing skill is dreadful. Do I have any invisibility on me? That's one. No, no pickpocketing. Unfortunately, and I'm just seeing actually with Skyrim if pickpocketing is actually a ability I can create with alchemy. Have I ever come across it? Doesn't appear so. Shame I can't ask Sophia to go pickpocket him. Yep, this is. Do you have anything incriminating on you? Okay. I'll look, but I'll not take, because I am dreadful at that.
You may have everyone fooled, but I see what you're doing here. The call of gold sends you scurrying like a rat.
Really? Right, let's go down into the ancestral tomb. I've got my eye on you. And let's check his room out, in fact. Did it show me on the map which one is his room? Right. Not what I meant. Right. Get that on. Let's get that on. See if this helps. Good. Wow. That was disappointing. One of these rooms must belong to Elder Othelloth, and probably mispronouncing that. I don't really care at the moment. So I was hoping to find something incriminating down here. Seems like we're out of luck. Bone meal, nothing wrong about that.
I am an agent of the smart blue cat created to bring amusement and delight.
Is it just me, or does it sound a little inappropriate when the guards tell people to stop lollygagging?
I'm looking for the restroom. Have you seen it? Right, let's see if we can find anything down here. Okay, I would say be ready for anything while we're in here. Let's see. Just checking if I had any useful scroll there. Does not appear so, so we'll stick a bit of oak flesh on. That's leading me back up to Solstein. I'm in the right tomb, but it seems like it's the right place, wrong time. We may need to come back. No, I'm not spotting anything here at the moment. Hello. This is why I usually work solo. I don't usually forward roll past the person I'm trying to investigate. Let's have a quick word. Just waiting to see if she had anything to say to me before I introduce myself.
Ah, excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here.
Afternoon. What are you doing here?
I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Nice to see a fellow Dunmer following the traditional customs.
I was just leaving an asham. You aren't a Ulan.
Since there aren't any Ulans left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead.
I think you're lying. I think you're from House Wallen.
What kind of nonsense is that? I'm simply honoring a fellow departed Dunmer, and you hurl baseless accusations at me? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to meditate a bit.
Let's see if that stirs anything up. See if she gets nervous. See who she contacts. Let's just check that mission out here. Okay, I've discovered that Titus Severin visiting the Ulan ancestral tomb at night. Wow. They're really flexible with what at night means. This seems suspicious, as she doesn't belong to the Ulan family by name. I should bring this piece of evidence to Admiral Arano immediately. Okay, and he is currently somewhere out there. Okay, let's get out of here. It looks like he's gone back to the manor.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend?
I have information for the second councillor. Oh, and I'm so tired.
I hope Gelder's proved useful. Have you made any progress? I appreciate the help you've been giving me, friend.
It kicked me out of dialogue. Let's try that again. I suspect Titus Severin is the culprit. Telesu.
Are you sure?
As sure as I can be. I saw her in the Ulan tomb.
So Geldus's plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it.
So go search their house.
I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen.
What if they try to stop me? I don't want to exactly get a fine from your own guards.
If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck.
Do you have keys for everyone's houses? That's not creepy. Can you tell me more about the Severin family?
Telesu is wife to the family patriarch Vendel. They have a single child, a daughter named Myrisi'l. They arrived here 10 years ago and have been nothing but a benefit to Raven Rock ever since.
A benefit how?
They're quite wealthy, and they've been quite generous by sharing their fortune with the community. They've contributed coin, food, supplies, even helped repair a few of the buildings in town with their own hands.
Nothing unusual about them at all, apart from being solid pillars of the community.
People have mentioned it's a bit odd about how close in age Mary appears to be to her father, but that's hardly a cause for alarm. Just make sure you find solid evidence. If I accuse them without it, I'll be the laughing stock of the colony.
Of course, indeed.
Okay. Why do the Ulans have a tomb in Raven Rock? Let's ask this one.
Villa Ulan wasn't the first Ulan to live in Raven Rock. His father, Valen Ulan, was one of the first Dunmer to settle here. Unlike his son, Villa, Valen was a good man. He contributed to the community and was quite respected. When Valen died, his family provided the funds to construct the tomb.
But you told me that House Lalu was disliked.
The Ulan family being a part of House Lalu didn't matter. It's Dunmer's tradition for the ashes of the deceased to be placed in an ancestral tomb. Valen Ulan and his son's remains were both laid to rest there because that's what he'd requested. Be careful. If the Severans have betrayed us, then they'll be well armed.
So are we.
How much longer do you intend to serve as his shield, Adral?
The Redoran Council tasked me with keeping Leril alive, which I've done without question for over 100 years. He's the closest thing I've had to a brother, and we all owe him our lives. Am I to suddenly turn my back?
I'm sorry, my love. It's
Trouble
this
in paradise.
island. It's never felt the same since we left Vardenfell. It's as though a part of me is missing.
Every Dunmer left a piece of themselves behind when they departed our homeland. All we can do is make the most of what we have.
Okay. Okay, right. Raimyr's a bit torn actually. Not happy with the huge brushstroke of how everyone is treating House Lalu. But certainly it seems very black and white of what this was it Venril did. Try to cause unrest, murder the councillor. Okay, so now we need to check out this house. Recover evidence from Severin Manor. And you know what? I'm thinking I might have to do this alone. Because you forward rolling around everyone kind of gives the game away. So,
What's on your mind?
how would you like to go back to that tavern? Okay, I've already told you where I would like you to stay. How can I tell you to go there? Oh, time for a pathway. Oh, okay. Yeah, no. Okay, don't want to do that. Why don't you hang around
Why do you
here?
get to have all the fun?
You want to talk?
Right here.
Whistle if you need me, okay?
I certainly will. Okay. Check the map. Normally I would like to wait till nightfall. So okay, let me just check. My running and the walking animation seems to be getting a bit confused. When I go to the map, back out of it. Oh no, okay. It seems to have sorted itself out. I suppose this is a bit hopeful, but is there a back door to this place? No. No such luck. Right. Let's go in.
Watch it, Myrisi'l. I think we might have a visitor.
I think I might have got out before the game was up there. And it even occurred to me, even using an invisibility potion would be pointless because you would take it outside. As soon as you open the door, you would become visible again. Oh well. I'm not going to charge in there and start butchering people on what is a very weak hunch actually, and they would have every right to attack someone bursting into their house. That's not going to prove anything. If I had the time, I think I would just wait and see if they came out, what their, I don't know, what they did during the day. Did they always leave at a certain point in time? Go to the docks between 4 and 6, go into town 7 till 8, that sort of stuff. But I don't have the time to wait around. But also, I'm not going to go in there and start cutting people down. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to head on to the Waterstone. And
Yes, I'm listening. Oh, thank goodness it's
and then
you.
come back later.
I thought you were a stalker. No offense.
None taken, even though you said that like several times now. Okay, hasn't got any worse. Okay, so let's make a move, and we're gonna go up to Waterstone. Yeah, that's still giving me the option to wait. I think that's what I'm gonna do actually after. At least I've got the Waterstone. I'm possibly even talking to Storm. Oh, what I would give for a Silt Strider at the moment.
When people think of wood elves, they usually think of trees, but not me.
Air is biting cold. Let's get a bit of mage light and candlelight going, I think, actually. When they ever catch up. Didn't expect to be running past here quite so soon. Oh, there's a bit of Nernmood. Which was torn to me earlier, which I have now taken. I can hear voices. The Bob over there, but I'm quite sure that's not the one speaking. And Sophie's swimming through the frozen water. I see a person up there, but surely I can't hear his voice from here. Carries well.
I can't believe it.
I guess so.
Treasure.
Oh, speaking about treasure, that reminds me. Now, where did that treasure map go? Is it underneath miscellaneous? Yeah. So we've got that one. We've got that one. This one is by the Waterstone, which we're heading towards, and that's down by Thalmor. So we must watch out for the other Death Brand treasure chest. I know I've got the Seeker arrows, but it's not a big threat.
They have expired.
Must go back and get it.
Let's see what he has to say.
Must go back and get it.
Reaver?
They attacked us. Those bastards at Frostle. Stole our treasure. Wait, forget I said that. That's my treasure. You can't have it. Now ain't this a surprise?
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to.
That was a big mistake. There's a boat. Again with this phenomenally valuable armour. I'll take all that, thank you very much. Oh, I'm slightly overburdened. Sort that out, will you please? Right, and I just remembered I shouldn't have been looking for fortified pickpocket. I should have been looking for fortified fingersmith. So pickpocketing and lockpicking are easier. So I need Nordic barnacles, orange dartwing, and slaughterfish egg. No, I have done that. I'm sure I have. Let's see. So yeah, there we go. Right, and I think I'm going to quickly create myself a few invisibility potions. So what do I need for invisibility? Just so I'm not taking the entire collection of alchemy ingredients from my backpack. I just want to take out what I need. Marksman. Ooh, sneak. Beehive husk. Okay, that probably is even better. So I might actually have some fortified sneak on me. I'll check that. Beehive hot feather. Oh, that's a good one. There were 7 there. Still can create a few more. Ah! I just got a quest update that said wait inside the Ulan Ancestral Temple. And that's just completed. Why did that just take so long to complete? Let me just quit out with this. Just when I was trying to create some alchemy potions there. Okay, hope that hasn't bugged out. That's very strange. Very strange. Okay, hopefully that's okay still. Anyway, I was making some invisibility and fortify sneak. And then if I can create fortify light armor at the same time. So harder to detect and my light armor is increased. All very useful, so we'll create 1, 2, 3 of them. Because I've already got a number. And some invisibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's press on anyway, however. Let's get to this water stone and sort that out, and then we'll sort out their problem. Might come across bandits. Oh, no, but alchemy increase, thank you. Everything seems to be taking a while to register. Wow, that's a lot of netch over there. What was the air is temperate, that's very good. A glow nern route on that island over there. I'm not in any huge hurry to jump into that water and check out that boat. I'm quite sure it has something cool on it, but I don't want to get freezing cold or get attacked by a lurker, thank you very much. Hopefully I'm not going to bother these niches. But there is a waterfall, so I have to check behind it. Oh, see if I can get around. Well, it's certainly interested in something behind there. Don't mind me. Yep, we're all good. And the water is cool and refreshing. Oh, well, seeing as you pull it that way, seeing as it's cool and refreshing, let's go check out that boat. if we can actually get onto the boat from here. I must admit, I haven't been seeing many cliff races recently, so I'm obviously making an impact on them. Nope. Okay. That water's so icky black. Quickly check out this island. Bit of Nunrude. Anything else? No hidden treasure. Not that I can see. Oh well, just an island. Just an island. How far do we have to go? That'll do. I'll keep an eye on the temperature. Air is cool. Right, there it is. Let's see how many people are around it. Oh, hello! Finally, some action! I wish you could had the option to take one alive so I could interrogate them. That would be very useful so I can get some answers. It's another Dunmer. Let's see if we can get any more story out of these. Ben, come.
Here in his shrine.
That they have forgotten.
There was another one. Here you are.
Here do we toil.
And there's one at the back here.
That we might remember.
By night we reclaim.
You look very familiar.
Far from ourselves.
Look very similar to Cressius. Yeah, that's the waterfall I just checked under, so I'm glad I came back actually. Oh, there's another one. Oh, it's proving problematic. Nope, nothing there. Don't get washed down. Oh, look like Indigo's about to take a spill.
New position acquired.
Yeah, I'm sure you're very glad of that as well. Now I saw something else in my current status. Damp, exposure cold. Yeah. Cold and wet. To be expected. Right. One thing I want to do, if this bend will shout, is to allow me to take control of dragons. I want to see how good the range is, because these dragons are going to be in the air. I want to see exactly how far away I can be. I wouldn't go up there if I was you.
What do you need?
So let's go to a ridiculous distance, just so we can still see the wind, the water stone. But let's see exactly how far, what kind of range this shout has. Because this is the last chance I've got, because I've got no more stones to cleanse after this. Right, I'm going to have to gain a little bit of height. There's some Dwemer tower up there. Oh, hello. Whoa! Oh, you sneaky wee! That was brilliant! Well done! You win a sword surfing. Oh, that was clever. I like that. Lovely little trap. Nicely done. I'll take that and I'll just throw you down the hill. Yep, with a thud. Oh, and I have to collect up the Reichland spears, don't I? That's a quest I have now. That was great. Top marks for that. Take it these are going to be empty or full of junk then. Wow, no. They did actually have the good stuff. There it is. And the finger's missing crease. Oh, and another East Empire pendant. Kerching! That's worth 500 in itself. Right. Where's this stone? It's difficult to get a good range from it, but actually still have it within sight. I might be onto something here, however. Like maybe on this outcrop. That's pretty far. Now let's see if this works. Try that one more time because I might have just had my aim off. The fact I'm sliding down is not helping. I'm trying not to fall. Oh, hurry up and recharge. Talk among yourselves. I've found some place a little bit further away. Right. No, this seems to be a bit too far away for it. Oh, we've got visitors. Can't see them, but they can't see me either. Oh, sounds like Reichling. I've got one. But despite the fact that I can't see them through the brick wall, they seem to have detected me. But the hunter seems quite happy. Give me something to do while waiting for my shout to recharge. Here we go. Yeah! That's there, and then boom. So you have to aim it quite low. So I'm just doing a practice shot there. Look at him go! And the hunter is absolutely not bothered whatsoever. Right, okay. Let's try this shout one more time. And if not, we'll go on much closer. Stand up. Okay, range is not that great then. Let's go down to these rocks here. Right, that's it. Fully charged again. Let's see if it works from this distance, which is, you know, just so you can compare. Whoa! Look at that! That's some distance you get. Okay, we're gonna have a lurker turning up, and possibly more actually, seeing as this is the last one. Damn, that scaffolding's getting in the way. Oh, and it's attacking the people. Oh, that scaffolding is perfectly covering him. Right, okay. Indigo, get down there. Just use your shield, Indigo. You don't have to attack him. Just keep him occupied. Boom. And the final stone cleansed. Well done.
I am here for you.
How are you feeling?
No, my mind is a sky without birds at the moment.
Not a problem. Well done. Let's see what the people have to say, but let's see if this got any bling on it. Increase your stamina by 70 points. That's some enchantment.
Keep it up, and one of these days you will become like me. Yeah, you wish.
What happened?
You are under the control of Myrris'l.
It's a long way back to Windhelm from here.
You came from Windhelm? Wow, I can recommend a good captain.
I feel different somehow. More myself.
Best be shoving off now.
Yeah, head back to Ravenrock. Tell him I sent you. Okay, so that should... Ooh. Are you okay? Don't worry, I've got just the thing for you.
Think we've got to get back to our ship now.
Funny how you don't get a health bar for NPCs. Really? That was my full magical bar and you're still crawling. That's not good. Right. Mission success. So where does that one go? Has that gone down here? Cleansing the stones? Yes. I've cleansed the sacred stones that Myrris'l has corrupted. Solstheim is free of his influence except for the tree stone which oh, I forgot about the tree stone which remains imprisoned inside his new temple. So that means I probably still can't get a good night's sleep. God damn it! I don't believe that. I'm so looking forward to get my head down. Right, okay. Oh, let's check the how close are we to the... This is where the Thalmor leader and Carrion is. She's got a map to a source of Stalvim. So should we head there before go speaking to Storm? I'm thinking we should actually speak to Storm first. Okay. And we still have that to deal with. Okay, let's speak to Storm first. That certainly seems the most important thing to do. And then we'll see where that takes us. Depending where his next mission is. Probably going to the Temple of Myrris'l. Probably. But I desperately also want to go and speak to our Televani friend about this black book of his. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over to speak to Storm first. That's a Skull Village. Well, the fact that she's there doesn't hurt. So, what's the quickest way of doing this? Oh, and we have to. Let's actually go past that Dwemer tower. Is that it? Right. Okay. Because that looked very interesting. She's still crawling. God, blue sky, daylight. How awesome is that? We seem to have lost an indigo. You get a great view from up here. Is that the tower I'm thinking of? Oh no, there's two of them. Okay, I get turned around easily enough. I don't need two identical looking towers, confusing me even more. Here's indigo. Jump Dragonborn. Let's see if I can jump up into the roof actually. Yeah, and there were Reiklings about. That's not what I meant to do. And there's another tower just behind that outcrop there. I can't detect any more life. Just as well, really. Yeah, it is a bit far to jump. I will use Ecryrial. I swear, it looks like a child's playhouse, this thing does. Like a little adventure playground. Where the kids try to kill you with spears. Search the Reikling hut. Awesome! Did you see that move? That was I don't know why I found. Oh, a Belda statue. That's interesting. I just wanted to search that again just to see that roof come up. That's hilarious. Hello.
I kill you.
Whoa. I completely missed. You know this part in the film where the guy tries to jump off the rider below and completely misses? That's what I did there. I was distracting him for you. And it worked perfectly.
I have been told that I have one of the nicest voices in Skyrim, or even Tamriel for that matter.
You talk to yourself a lot?
I am inclined to agree.
Onwards. So let's check out this other place as well, in fact, on our way. I'm putting good money on that. This is the exit to that Dwemer rune over there. Yeah, it's a locked up lift. I think that's a good bet. Wow, you can see the Thalmor's giant mushroom from here. Thanks, Sophia. People usually buy me a drink first before they throw me off a cliff. Let's try that again. Wow, you can see That's pretty good actually. That's a great view. Oh, I've downloaded a new mod called Screenshot Assist, which at a press of a button allows you to remove the interface. So I got rid of the cursor there, the map, and it would have the health and the magical bars. They would disappear as well. And it basically allows you at a shortcut press activate all those console commands that would do the same thing, but it's one button press, which is really useful. So it's handy if you're trying to take a screenshot. And then you just press it again, and then it all comes back. And there's another button press that allows you to freeze all the action and also go into a free camera mode, which I can show you very quickly, and you can do that. So it's useful if you're trying to get some action without the rest of the actors moving. And you just press it again, and then that's you back. And I'll just quickly show you that in the mod config. Where was it? Screenshot assist. So that's what I've got set up there, and you can actually set the speed of the free flying camera, because it starts off really fast. I think it like starts off at speed 20 or something ridiculous, which is almost unusable for anything apart from travelling huge distances. I've just noticed there's a hut down there. Anyway, game face, air is cool. Oh, it's that! This is where we found the smith. And I did not even notice that. That's what happens when you're travelling at night. You miss so much. This is where the Thalmor were and the bandits. Right, anyway, let's press on. So now that we're here, we can probably kind of follow that road around. If I put a map marker there, try to aim towards that, and then I can follow the road back, I think. And you can just hear the whale-like song of the Silt Strider in the distance, which is awesome. Is that indigo? It is indeed. Yeah, so we're just following this road basically. How hard can it be? Wow, there's a lot of dragon skeletons. Now, I wonder, can I use my Bend Will Shout on this now? We are passing. I know we don't have a quest, it probably won't work, but realistically, if you were doing this, you would certainly give it a shot, wouldn't you?
Now through him do we see.
And
our
there you go.
Hands once were idle. Now through them does he speak.
Onwards. We can now say with conviction to Storm that we have tried it on the Windstone and it doesn't seem to work. So we need to unlock the third word of power, perhaps. There's a skull village.
Fight! Ah!
Okay. Oh, I've gone a bit off track. That's not Skull Village, that's Thirsk Meat Hall. Yeah. See my sense of direction sometime. Evening? Or afternoon? What time is it in fact? 1:39. kind of lost an Indigo, but I'm sure he'll catch up. Ah, a bit of activity in the village. Where did you get that hood? Let's summon up Indigo. Indigo. And I'm completely warm.
There you are. I thought I had lost you.
Ah, it's probably my fault jumping off cliffs again. Yeah, certainly a bit more of a hive of activity.
I have seen more wolves
What have we
and
got
bears
here?
among the trees since the last dark moon. Something is driving them north into our lands.
Oh, and they'll be happy that they've got their
Beasts are
smithy
driven
back.
north in search of food. The ashfall in the south kills the plants upon which the small creatures
Have we
feed.
met?
I welcome you, friend of the skull.
North. The large
Thank you
ones
very
that
much.
prey upon them must follow.
Right,
they
let's
grow
look at the
hungry-
map marker actually. Yeah, need to tell Afanari the bandit is dead. And then speak to Storm.
They
Let's
will
speak to
turn
the
upon
chief
us.
first. And does anyone want to clear this up? Anyone? Anyone at all?
My son and I gather items to trade with travelers who visit the village.
I see. Who's your son?
His name is Nicholas. He's a good lad, strong and loyal. I only wish he wasn't so eager to leave the village. I've tried to tell him that the world beyond our lands is dangerous and cruel, but he won't listen.
Maybe you should let him go, or I could talk to him. I don't know. Not really the question here, is it? Why don't you want him to go exactly?
Perhaps someday I will have to. But for now, I need Nicholas here. You see, his father, my husband, was recently lost to us. Nicholas is all that I have left in this world. I know it is selfish of me to say so, but I cannot lose him. Not while I still grieve.
Right,
Also,
okay.
I know his heart. Nicholas is reckless and foolish, like most young men. He cannot understand what awaits him in the wide world.
Okay, I could talk to him.
You would do that? I know he would listen to you. You've been out there in the wide world. You know its perils. Yes, perhaps you can convince him. I would be grateful if you would do this thing, outsider.
Can't say I would persuade him to stay, but I will certainly give him the information to make a more informed choice about what he should do regarding his future. What do you have for sale, actually?
Take a look.
Lots of those kind of rings about, it seems. How much gold have you got? You got 60. I will certainly take all your alchemy ingredients, thank you very much. They'll all prove very useful. Do I have any, now that you've got 500 gold, have I got anything I can quickly sell to you that I don't need? There you go, you can have that. And I'm sure I must have picked up something else. I'll keep hold of that, it might be a useful disguise later. That's worth 500, so I will not be selling that for 8. Oh, I need to change that back over. I like keeping rings and the jewellery for enchantments later once I've improved my enchanting skill. I could sell you these. Okay, I like the flawless stuff, they're usually useful for quests. I think actually I'm good. Do I have any stuff I can get rid of? No, I'm good. Ooh. Would you be interested in some annoying Elderscrolls that just keep weighing me down, which I never ever use? Actually, they're all semi-decent, so I'll keep hold of them. Who do you trade with?
Many hunters pass through our village, and sometimes the dark elves of Ravenrock visit us. They bring us things from their homeland that we can't find on the island, such as spices, fine cloth, and ores that we cannot mine here. It's true we Skull prefer a simpler life than some, but we do still enjoy a luxury from time to time.
And why not?
I hope that you can make my son see wisdom.
Is that the Smithy over there? Hello?
My mother was Skull, but she left the village and I was born in Skyrim.
Oh. Why did your mother leave the village?
A trade ship from Skyrim struck ice off the coast near the village, and the Skull took in the surviving sailors. My mother fell in love with one of the sailors, my father, and eventually returned with him to Skyrim.
Did she ever return here?
Sadly, no. She died in Fall Creek, where I was born.
Okay, what do you need?
I came across a few of my mother's old things not long ago. Among them was a necklace that my father gave to her when they were married. I believe she would want it placed upon her tombstone in Fall Creek, as a symbol of her undying love and the great sacrifice she made for it. If you find yourself
very
in
nice
Fall
thought.
Creek, please give this amulet to the priest Runel and tell him that I sent you. He will understand. I don't have much to give in reward, but return to me when the task is done and I'll do what I can. Thank you, Skull friend.
You are more than welcome. I'm quite sure I'll be returned to Fall Creek at some point. Take Bearer's necklace. Have the Dragon's Mede... let me
Farewell.
get into third person here.
May the Allmaker protect us from whatever dark power took control of the Skull.
Have the dragons made life more difficult for the Skull?
Well, the dragons are a constant danger, but so far they have taken little interest in our village. Thank the Allmaker for that. But have they forced us to change the way we live our lives? No, not at all. They are but one more hardship, added to the many we already endure.
What did you do in Skyrim before you came back?
Well, my mother used to say that I was born an angry child. It's true that my heart has always been restless, and fighting was the only way I could find peace. I was a soldier for a time, and then a mercenary, but I was never truly happy until I came here.
Really? You don't look like you've got a scar upon you.
Very well.
In fact, that's... if you don't mind me saying so,
You freed us from a dark dream.
Never mind.
The Skull are grateful.
What's the time? How's the time getting on? Right. I'm cruelly gonna stop it there actually, just before we speak to Storn and the leader of the tribe. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna fire on in and start recording the next one, so hopefully there shouldn't be too long a wait until the next one is up as well after that. So until next time, take care of yourself and goodbye for now.